Hello and welcome back to the Temple of Elemental Evil. The epic adventure of completing filler quests continues. We're now going to head to the miller's to pick up flour for the cook in the basement of the Church of St. Cuthbert. So let's see, I think the mill is along the river over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Alright.
Right away.
Alright. I believe the miller's name was Mitch. And there's the miller and the miller's servant. Alright. Yes, what is it? Hi, my name's Lucian. What can I do for you? I'm here to discuss a donation of flour to the Church of St. Cuthbert. He looks exasperated. Did Calmert send you? I told him I haven't decided yet. No, Myella sent me. She only wants 3 sacks per week for the church. I'm a member of the Old Faith. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I like the priests and I don't want to upset them. What if I talk to your druid about it? That would be Jeru, the guy who lives in the tree. You'd speak to Jeru? Well, of course, if he approves, I'd gladly donate the flour. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, now we could go down and get Jeru's permission. It wouldn't take much to convince him, but we're just going to talk to Mitch again. What can I do for you? Might I ask you a few more questions? Say, Mitch, I spoke to Jeru. This is the icon for bluff, meaning we haven't even left his site, and yet we can immediately talk to him again and convince him that we pop down quickly to speak to Jeru about getting his permission. Yes? What did Jeru say? Everything is just fine. Go ahead and donate the flour to the church. That's great. Thanks, Lucian. You can tell them I will send the flour over right away. I'll be off then. I don't think we actually have to report back. Yeah, we don't have to report back to the cook in the basement. Alright, let's talk to his servant. Friend? Hello there. My name's Lucian. He's frowning and wringing his hands. Nice to meet you. Why are you so nervous? I have to tell the miller something, and he's not going to like it. And what's that? I've been going to the church sermons, and I really like the priests and what they have to say about St. Cuthbert, and I want to convert. Why is that such a problem? Now, people seem to sway back and forth between religions here at the drop of a hat. The miller will kill me. He and the missus are old faith, and he's always going on about being a pillar of the community here. How will it look if I switch to the new church? I can talk to him for you. He owes me one for solving a problem for him. Would you please? I don't want to get fired. He has such a temper, you know. Okay, I'll go talk to him and let you know. He actually was a pushover. Alright. What can I do for you? Perhaps you'll allow me a few more questions. Can I talk to you about Airlitter? Is that Airlighter? Can I talk to you about your assistant? My servant? What about him? Speak up, man. I have no idea how this is supposed to be pronounced. He wants to convert to the Church of St. Cuthbert. What? I will hear nothing of it. What would people say if I, the town miller, let members of my own household turn away from the faith? Okay, and then we can answer with, I believe this is diplomacy. I think they would say, balance in all things. You sound just like Jeru, Bendakan. And like Jeru, I will not think any less of you because a servant converts. Alright. Tell what's-his-name he can convert to St. Cuthbert. Thanks, Mitch. You're very kind. I'll go tell him. Sir? Can I be of service again? About the miller. Yes. Have you talked to him yet about my converting to St. Cuthbert? Yes, and he agreed to let you convert. Really? That's great. Thank you, Lucian. Thank you. I really appreciate this. You bet. Good. Well, if you're going to appreciate it, could you maybe, show some monetary appreciation for it? Apparently not. Alright, let's see how we're doing on leveling. We have, gosh, we haven't even gotten to 500 XP, and we need to get to 1,000. Alright. The trek continues.
If you insist.
She's quite bossy. Alright, now we have to pick up on the quest for the carpenter. We have to go tell Jeru that Calmert, the canon of the Church of St. Cuthbert, has given the okay for the carpenter and his brother, I believe, brother-in-law, maybe, I can't fucking remember. Anyways, no, his brother has given the okay for them to convert to the old faith. So let's run over to Jeru's house and give him the good news.
Okay.
Alright.
Hello again.
Yeah, I've emphasis on the adverb. I've finally done it, Jeru. I've gotten Turgeon to agree to convert Merrick, the carpenter's brother, to the old faith.
Then perhaps he has seen the wisdom in balance. I shall make the arrangements with Marek as soon as possible. Thank you.
Good day, sir. Alright.
I'm off.
Let's go give the carpenter the good news. I'm playing the game in 800 by 600 resolution, simply with the hope that the dialogue will be readable. So
right away.
Rely upon my horrible interpretations. So that's why everything, that's why everything looks a bit primitive. The graphics look a bit primitive. All right, let's give him the good news. Hello again. Sir, may I ask you some other questions? Oh, he's smiling now. How can I help you, gentle sir? I guess you must have heard the good news by now. It wasn't easy, but Jeru and Turgeon have both agreed to let Marek convert to Old Faith. Yes, I've heard that you played a part in all that. My thanks to you. Marek is overjoyed and has already begun his wedding plans. Thanks again. Yeah, can we get to the damn barn now? Hey, any chance of you getting around to that barn for Fillikin now? Yes, I suppose I can move that to the top of the priority list now. I mean, now that it's all sort of family business. As long as you're sure the widow Matilda's really going to pay for it. Yes, I'll go check about that payment right now. Alright. Let's talk to Marek. He must be overjoyed. He's going to marry Fillikin's daughter. See, this is all... It's all interconnected. Good day to you. How are the wedding plans coming along? Oh, he's quite happy about it. Alright, yeah, so he's happy about it. Alright, that's great. Alright.
Sure.
Alright, let's go find the widow Matilda. And if she doesn't agree to pay for this damn barn, we're going to use the sharp end of the sword to convince her. Because I've had it with this. Notice the fighters are the most eager to get to her after I said that. Where is her house? Okay, there's the tree house. I believe this is her house. No, I am of course wrong. I have absolutely no sense of direction. Alright, this is her house, yeah. Where is everyone else? Oh, God. Oh, that's great. Yeah, just amble along at your leisure. Sure. Take the long way around. Alright. Yeah, wonderful pathfinding. Alright.
Right away.
Let's speak to... This would be the widow. Now, notice there are no children around here. There weren't any outside. It's not important, but this is just something to note before we have a conversation with her. Alright, here's the widow. Good day. See, is this the town nursery? There are lots of children running around here. Now, there are in fact no children, and apparently the children were taken out because, you have the freedom to kill anyone in this game, and they took the kids out because they wanted to, keep the rating on the game to teen, I believe, so, and in order to do that, you have to make kids unkillable, so rather than make them, unkillable, they just remove them from the game. Anyway, let's see, well met, I'm Lucian. Oh, you were new around here, aren't you? We haven't been getting as many visitors around here lately. I'm Matilda. I live here with my 2 sons and 8 grandchildren who are nowhere to be seen. Yeah, let's just compliment her, for no apparent reason. A grandmother? Wow, you're beautiful. Why, you don't look a day past 30. Okay, yeah, she actually does look a bit past 30. She's got kind of a weathered face and, you know, the gray streaks of hair. But anyway, yeah. Okay, she blushes. Thank you, I've been fortunate to have retained some of my youthful looks, but I assure you, those 8 kids out there are my grandchildren. May I ask you more questions? What more would you like to know, sweetie? Gwyneth tells me that you kind of like Fillican. I'd love to buy Fillican a new barn and just end that silly feud he has with Percy. I'm certainly well off enough to do that. Then maybe he'd take some notice of me, but that carpenter fellow is just too busy. On Gwyneth's advice, I was able to convince the carpenter to build a new barn now, assuming you still have interest enough in Fillican to pay for the barn. Yeah, I think I should have the option to go through point by point and explain just how big a pain in the ass it was to get to this part. Yes, I'm quite fond of Fillican. He's just been too busy feuding with Percy or too involved in his work to notice me. Now I'll have to talk to the carpenter about paying for that barn. Thanks. No problem. I think I'll go have a chat with Fillican. Alright. When we return, we will finally be able to tell Fillican that he's going to get a new barn, he's going to get married to the 30-year-old looking grandmother, and he's going to be reconciled with his brother. Joyous news all around. Except, of course, for us, because we had to endure going through this whole process. Stay tuned.